Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker. I'm your host, BringItDon. You may notice that we're back in the troll lair, and for good reason. So, I did look this up online. I looked up where all the Dwarven helmet shards were at, but I did not look up specifically where they're at, if that makes sense. I saw how many were in each area, went back, watched all my previous videos, and then determined where I needed to look. And it turns out I need to look right here. I already picked it up, as well as a couple other things I want to show you. But like, so I couldn't do this right here. Octavia wasn't close enough in this case. So what I do is actually take Octavia over here and stand it right here in order for her to identify this like rectangular slab right there. That's where the Dwarven helmet shard was at. It's right there in that rectangular slab. Then there's something else I want to show y'all as well. Now I am still a little sick. My throat's a little better. My voice shouldn't be as bad. I wonder if this way's faster. No, this way's faster because it's on this side. I also found a secret door on the first floor. And I thought I'd explore that place pretty thoroughly, but I actually had to take Octavia once again and like loop around the sides of the room. So what's up with Harem's mace? Like it's in the right spot. There's actually two things that I missed on the first floor. Or the upper level. I'll show you where those were at. And I'll show you what I got out of it. Alright, so if we go over here, you'll notice that there's an extra room right here.
Ready and willing.
So there's a secret room right here beside this kobold artist. What you have to do is bring whoever has your perception check like over into this corner, and there'll be a button that pops up right here. Then this will open up when you click it. You come in here. There's a chest here. There's a I think it's this crate you can activate, or it might be this. Then if you come over here, you'll perceive. Actually, it might be this chest, and then the crate, or this chest and this chest. I don't know. There's two things over here, and then you have to pass a perception check right here on the wall for that square. And that'll net you this long sword of, frost greatsword +1. And if you also come in here, in the chest, you'll find the Cypress Queen's goblet, which if you remember, we found another Cypress artifact when we killed the guy at Candlemere Island. So now we have 2 pieces of that as well. And this should be the last part of the Dwarven Helm Shard. There's supposed to be 10 pieces, and that should be all 10 pieces for myself. So we're going to go back to the capital and have the storyteller forge that helmet for us. At least that's the plan. And then after that, we'll probably head down to the southeast of our capital, to where the Mud Bowl is at, so we can do the quest for the Swamp Witch.
I will see this through.
Also, I was warned in the comment section about how much damage you can actually do with this necklace. If it turns out to be too dangerous, I'll always swap her back to the Nymph's gifts. Nymph's gift. Ugh, I hate being sick. It'll so I'll hold on to that necklace. It's not worth a whole lot anyway, so there's no reason to really sell it. Again, if it ends up being too dangerous, I'll swap it out. Plus, we're sitting on a lot of money. I might buy the other bag of holding. Oop. Forgot how to exit the map. Sorry, I'm just not operating at a full tank right now. I don't know why this doesn't stay on all the time. Okay, spell strike on, of course. Spell combat, of course. Now what, keen and shock? Yeah.
Forwards.
Sad to see him go as a merchant, the NAO guy. He had decent stuff. I mean, not a lot of stuff. I bought a pair of boots from him. And I almost bought a longbow from him. Yeah, let's get back and get that helmet forged, and then we'll head down towards the Mud Bowl area. Okay.
I'm not afraid.
Yeah, you say that, but you're also asleep.
We should gather our strength.
Make sure I'm not getting flanked from anywhere else. Doesn't look like I am. Actually, I want you to go for this guy.
Overcome. Together we are unstoppable.
Well, good. We're heading back towards the capital, so we can dump off all this garbage anyway.
I'm restless.
See, his arcane strike keeps coming up. Wearing off. Guess he's only lasts the one round, right? Yeah, whatever. It's just a bit of toggle it on, and then when he runs out, he just, you know, stops using it. Man, I hate being sick. Also, I wonder when we come back here to finish this up. Try to avoid a fight. Yeah, right.
Glad you. Let's finish them quick.
Get out of here, spider. I guess the same. Sit on 115,000. Yeah, I think buying that bag of holding with the plus 200 wouldn't be a bad idea. But I really haven't been running into weight issues. Maybe it is a bad investment.
I need to catch my breath.
A rest would be welcome.
We got game stuff to worry about. Let's check that out first. And then we'll hop in, rest, and deal with the storyteller. Divine +3. Lost 1 relations, but gained community and loyalty. Alright. Doomsayer scares townsfolk. Joda says you need to intervene in an important matter and waits you at the castle. The river maid. There's a mermaid in the river where trade ships operate. She's begun to sink passing vessels. She must be chased away from there before she scares off all the merchants. I'll have Reg take care of it. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Before I do that, can he... Who can I upgrade? Via projects. Oh. I feel like that's not... Okay. Well, let's see here. He's available to upgrade. Oh yeah, I'll send him on this then. And I'll take care of that one myself, and yeah, I'll just send Reg on this one. There we go. Enter, go to the throne room, deal with the Doomsayer. Rest, talk to the storyteller. Stuff.
More strength. Thanks.
Alright, judging by his flared nostrils and furrowed brow, something has upset Jode greatly. Your Grace, I have here one of your subjects. He goes by the name Remus. We caught him spreading false prophecies, sowing fear among your people. The old man before you is clad in tattered rags. His gray hair and beard are filthy and matted. Judging by the smell, he has not bathed in some time. Perhaps years. You have to fight the urge to cover your nose. Oblivious, the old man picks at his beard in silence, as if trying to catch lice. You're not certain he even knows where he is. Jode straightens, his face flushing. As if that wasn't enough, this... Aristotle, forgive my words. Prophet, blasphemed against the deities, proclaiming we must bow to some false god. At mention of God, the old man shudders and his eyes go wild, almost feverish. The goddess will rise from the forests, from the swamps. You've cut down her trees and drained her marshes, but she will take no more of this. Fall to your knees and repent, and she will grant you a swift death. But she's talking about the guardian of the bloom. Your Grace, you have to deal with this madman. I'm the only sane person in this city, this hideous, ugly city. Its stone buildings clad in the soil and thinks themselves safe. But the sky shall open, the earth shall tremble, and this city shall crumble beneath its pride. Aristotle, have mercy. Will you be silent, you fool? And another world shall swallow the ugly city and its careless dwellers, and only the rains shall weep for the emptiness left in their place. We've already met just outside of Oleg's trading post, remember? Remus gives you an absent-minded look. It seems like he's at a loss. It's up to you to decide this homegrown Eridan's fate, Baron. I await your command. Let's talk about your prophecy, Remus. Remus looked at you silently, nervously pulling at his beard. What is this other world you speak of, and what will happen to this city? A different world, fierce and wild, where mountains impale the sky, where rivers change direction, and where the very trees talk to the stars. Remus swallows and stares ahead as though lost. A wild world will consume this city, shape it in its own image. It will be the end of all. Alright, so my guess is the Guardian of the Bloom, because I believe that, because she's a Dryad, right? Dryads are fey creatures, if I'm not mistaken. So she's from the first world, so she's going to try and bring the first world here, and consume the city with the first world. If I'm not mistaken. How do you know about that? The goddess showed it to me in my visions. She whispered about a beautiful new world, told me she would heal nature's wounds. But I don't want it. He shakes his fist, threatening someone invisible. She must be stopped. Sacrifices, we must offer up sacrifices. A goat or cows or horses, that'll be enough. It must be enough. Tell me about this goddess. I would know more about her. Her fury is like a river after a storm. Her voice, thunder in summer sky. Her touch, as cold and sharp as a sliver of ice. She is beautiful as a dream. Remus stutters and blushes. It's been 40 years since I last longed for a woman, but her... Alright, shh. So an angry goddess will lay our city to waste because we drained her swamp? She must be a petty goddess indeed, if she takes part in the affairs of mortals even on such insignificant occasions. Perhaps you simply had a dream, and it merely seemed real. But, Remus's gaze becomes clear for a moment. His shoulders slump and he looks even older now, more tired. Maybe you're right. I need to lie down. Praise be Aristotle. Is that a glimpse of reason? I thank you, your grace. You have turned this poor man towards the light. I'll find him a place to sleep and make sure he's fed and sent back to where he came from once he awakes. I think we should expect no more trouble, and no new prophecies. Jode smiles and bows, signaling the end of the conversation. Oh, someone else. Oh, it's Boken. Unfazed by the awkward silence, Boken searches through his bag for quite a while. Finally, he pulls out a sizable brown paper bag. There you go, a little something from old Boken. If you need anything in particular, just let me know. If you're not sure, I'll go home and think of something myself. My bones ache. Thank you, this will prove useful. You may go now. My pleasure. Boken gives you a sideways look, then turns his eyes to the ceiling. I only hope that no one throws it away or leaves it to rot in some old chest. Oh well. Alright, let me grab all the Dwarven things. I've already read this. This is about the Cypress thing. Alright, here we go. Alright. Oh, you found all the shards of the Trailblazer's helm. Incredible. Let me forge them back together. I cannot wait to hear their story. So what is your answer? Will you trust me? Yes. Alright. The storyteller reverently shakes his shards. Thank you, he whispers. This will be one of my finest works. A small remnant of my gift will reside in this helmet, so you may recall its legend on your own. It looks a little silly. Alright, so what does it do? We'll read these legends at some point, because I also have the amulet with all this stuff on there. But what does it do? Helmet gives us wear damage resistance 2 against ranged attacks. 10 against falling and thrown weapons. The ability to cast Good Hope and Crushing Despair spells once per day. Caster level 11. Okay. Also gives a +3 dodge bonus to armor class and +3 insight bonus to saving throws against enemies of the giant and goblinoid subtypes. What does it look like? Oh my goodness, that looks silly. Okay. I almost just want to give it to Harem because it is a Dwarven helm after all. But he's going to lose his wisdom, and I don't want to lose his wisdom. I mean, what does this do again? +1 morale bonus on attack rolls, and +4 resistance bonus on saving throws against fear. I mean, if it's fear specifically... it looks so stupid. I honestly don't think I can bring anyone to actually use it. I mean, even this helmet looks kind of goofy. It doesn't match it, it's like, too big. It just looks so bad. I want someone to use it because I went through so much trouble to get it. I don't know. I'll hold on to it for now. I'll put it in the chest as I leave. I need to rest first. It just looks so bad. I don't think I can actually bring anybody to wear it, because I don't think there's a hide helmet option. If there were, that's what I would be doing with that thing in a heartbeat.
I will not falter.
Doesn't really give you any... I mean, the damage resistance against ranged attacks, I guess, but it's very specific. Let's put you in here for now. And, as well as the Cypress. Oh yeah, there was also another thing, another loot perception check that I found on the first level of the troll lair. So up there where I killed Kargad, the stone troll, or rock troll, there were those 3 compartments off to the right-hand side. The center one had the dwarf that tried to curse us, which we didn't realize, but I put him out of his misery anyway. And on the right-hand side of him was the chests, or chests? There may have been 2 chests. Then on the left-hand side, if you go in there and pass a perception check, there's like a bag on the floor that had a couple of like minor things in it. Alright, is it him that sells the, I think it's the other guy that sells the bag of holding for 25,000. Wait, I want you to meet someone. Here, this is Tessie the Quill, a book peddler. If not for her, I'd probably still be sitting in a radish patch in my hometown. Tessie, a plump woman wearing heavily patched clothes, greets you with a broad, gap-toothed smile. Nice to meet you, your barony. Thanks for keeping an eye on this little tot. Where are you from? Right now or in general? Come from Ivon right now. As for in general, well, I'm from everywhere and nowhere. Was found under a bush, and I've traveled with the wind ever since. Haha. How'd you meet Lindsay? Went through her village from time to time. Weren't many buyers. I was lucky to sell half a dozen calendars each year, maybe a couple cheap vulgar prints. Then a priest from the capital went to live there, and he got the young people interested in reading little by little. Someone asked for romance stories, some wanted heroic tales. Well, one day, this little tot came by and traded her father's belt, 2 bottles, and a hunk of bread for a 2-volume collection of legends about the Archknights of Avestan. Came back later, all tear-stained. Looked like her daddy didn't need the belt after all. So she sniffles at me and says, "Take me with you. I can help." And looks at me like a lost puppy. So I took her along. Why not? And that's what got the ball rolling. I'm sorry, I can't read. What brought you here? Little Bird told me about a proper city in the Stolen Lands now. One with a printing house, with an old friend of mine sitting in that printing house at that. So I came by to see her. Maybe buy some books while I'm at it. Will you be staying? Me? Not really sure. Probably for a while at least. The people here seem fine. They read at least. And then again, there's a printing house here. And I get to catch up with Lindsay. Hadn't seen her for a few years, you know. After I get tired of things here, I'll be on my way again. Alright, give 10 gold. You travel around. Have you heard anything interesting about my neighbors? Tessie hides the money and smiles knowingly. Of course I do. Who do you want to hear about? How are things in Brevoy? Bad. People in Restov are honing their swords. With Royal House gone, it's just a matter of time until there's a big uproar. Everyone knows it, and no one wants it. There doesn't seem to be any way to avoid it. Any news from Ivon? The usual. Schemes and duels. Seems a bunch of runaway bandits flooded in there from Brevoy. Rumor has it the great houses are intentionally straining Mivon, so the Adori there won't be able to help Restov when the carnage begins. What's going on in Patax? Under King Aravetti? What isn't? Parties, parades, executions. The king robs the trade houses that used to own the city. He brought some gang in from Numeria who's been selling deliriant potions. He sends strange expeditions into nearby lands, but no one knows what he's looking for. Nobody can tell what the kook's thinking. That's why he always wins. Has anyone asked about my lance? Don't you go taking me for a spy, alright? Honestly, go ahead and check me with magic or just ask Lindsay. I'm happy to hear and pass along rumors, but I don't go spying on purpose. My business is books. As for your question, well, of course they're interested. People in Restov want to know if they were right to wager on you, while Mivon and Patax are trying to take the measure of their new neighbor. No one knows what to expect from you, so they're getting themselves ready for some surprises. Good day to you. Take care of Lindsay. Man, being sick and trying to play a text-based game is just the worst. Alright, he should have the... bag of holding for 25,000. Again, I don't know if it's actually worth buying. 25,000 could give me some good equipment later on. I mean, adamantine armor is only 18,000. Oh well, we got it now. All right, well, let's exit from here. Start going towards the Mud Bowl for this quest for yeah, that's the last errand we have left to do anyway. Oh, move to a thing in the kingdom. That's fair. Oh, just an update. Alright. Because the riverine rise, but I wanted to head down this way. Maybe going this way would be fastest? Let's go this way. We'll check out the riverine rise first, since we're over here. Or, you know, just go right past it. Oh, sorry, I want to do that thing for the regent and level him up. A large trade caravan stopped at the capital. Its masters, it is said, are major merchants of Andoran. It's time to show them some hospitality. We don't have any hospitality to show them. Let's do this thing for him real quick. Oh, I have to actually go back to the capital? Fine, I'll go back to the capital. I'll take care of that real quick. Maybe we'll unlock some other advisors to take care of some other kingdom issues while we do that. Then we'll come back to the riverine rise.
I need to catch my breath.
I should be able to do it since I'm parked in the capital, right? Yeah. Alright, so now he's rank 2. Got 4 rank 2s. Good stuff. And that's done. Southern raised waters to scared her off. She's abandoned the whole river, and merchants now choose a safe route over others. Look at that. He still has 30 days left on that. Citizens wish to express their appreciation for their ruler and protector. Someone must organize a presentation of gifts. Sounds perfect for Tristian. Not worried about a masterpiece. And we'll put him on that. I feel like he's going to fail it, but that's fine. Actually, what is he doing? I think I can afford in these things anyway, so I'll put him on the event instead. Alright, there we go. Alright, so back up here. Someone was tired, weren't they? I heard someone complaining about being exhausted. Oh well. Cultists. Okay.
Let us strike as one.
Oh, an owlbear. Oh. Akandayo, you're perfect for that. Somebody take him down, please. Of course, y'all wait till I go down. That's fine, that's fine. Be okay. Underestimated that that encounter. Yeah, I've run into cultists before.
Our time has come.
That's interesting. We'll just rest before we go into the next area. I'll sit there and try and heal up. Stupid owlbears. Alright, what do we got in the kingdom? Jeez Louise. Not a day goes by. Okay, well, side quest for Tristian. We'll deal with that after we deal with this area. Yeah, sounds like his side quest. I'm sure this place isn't too big. Sounds like one of those smaller maps. So it's gonna take us long to explore it, and then go deal with Tristian's or Tristian's event. Let's start by clearing up the bottom part of the map. Actually, it seems like it's going further that way. Alright, let's go up to here. Uh-oh.
Consider
Time for fun.
Can we hit the water elemental? Yeah, we should be able to. And one hit at that. Suck it. What do we got? Oh. Remove blindness and restoration potions?
Forwards.
Hello. This place is very
Without a
tiny.
doubt.
Not a lot here. I'm sure we'll come back here later for something. Some sort of event. Or a quest. Or maybe it was just for us to kill that water elemental. Alright, yeah, let's get out of here, I guess. Huh? One more area explored. And some more combat, so. Alright, let's head back to the kingdom, deal with Tristian, and then we'll probably call it an episode from there. Again, I'm not gonna make these run too long since I'm ill. Oh, I actually have to go to the throne room, don't I? Yeah, I actually have to enter. Yeah, we'll talk to Tristian, and then we might actually claim the Norm Arches if we can now. I'd like to own more land. Donal, spare me a few minutes. You're the ruler of these lands, and I don't dare tell you what to do, but I just can't stand silently and watch what's happening behind your back. The rumors on the streets of a savage goddess, enraged by your appearance in her lands. They say she cursed you, and now you bring woe and death to everyone around you. It used to be just idle talk, but now, when we're surrounded by so much death and suffering, the people are ready to truly believe it, and it seems that someone is playing upon your subjects' fears. I saw barkers in the streets telling citizens of a prophet who is building his own kingdom. According to them, the goddess stands ready to grant forgiveness to any who cleanse themselves of the curse. But this cleansing is accomplished through a terribly cruel death. Tristian gulps heavily. These horrific deaths involve a wild beast appearing from inside the body, and they think it's a blessing. That insane old man Remus, he also spoke of some goddess. True, Joe told me of that preacher. Who knows, perhaps his words touched people more deeply than anyone imagined. What is this kingdom the prophet is building? Tristian shrugs. I only heard fragments of conversation. I think it's not a kingdom exactly, more like a community, or a cult. I'm afraid that we'll need to find one of their barkers and ask them if we wish to find out more. Troubling news indeed. We must find out who or what is behind this goddess and her faith. Tristian nods enthusiastically. Good. Perhaps after uncovering this mystery, we'll find out more about the nature of the curses hanging over the stolen lands. I mean, there must be a reason why these cultists shout about you receiving the goddess's punishment. If we wish to understand, we must find one of those barkers and learn from them all we can. Sadly, these street preachers scare quite easily and avoid our guards. I'll begin my search without delay. When you find time, look for me on the streets of the capital. I hope that when we meet, I will have already found someone who can tell us more about this strange goddess and her followers. Alright, let's see about Manny 400 BP. Fine. You can buy BP. One of the merchants sells BP, but we're gonna call the episode here. I might buy some BP off camera, and then purchase that arm marches. I'll show that on camera, of course. And then we'll deal with Tristian's event. Anyway, we're definitely gonna call it here. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see y'all in the next episode.